A lot of you guys are probably still playing some Premier and Counter-Strike, and if you are watching this video, I suggest that you guys stop, and I'm going to explain in this video on why you should. You guys are really missing out and limiting yourself if you aren't playing on another platform, which I'll explain later in this video, so make sure you guys watch the whole thing. But before I get into and talk about why you should stop playing the Premier mode in CS2, please check out the sponsor of this video. First topic is that CS2 Premier is not making you any better, and the reason is there's kind of a skill gap in Premier with the rankings, so it's very important to know that when you are at a certain rank, or maybe you're kind of towards the top, you're not playing the best players in Counter-Strike, because right now the best players in Counter-Strike are playing on Faceit, and that is the place to currently play. I know, like today I played against the #1 ranked elo guy, which was Junior, who is the opera for Nouns, and I get some really good competition. If you guys do watch my stream, you know I played against Yakinder and Ultimate, who are on Team Liquid the other day, and it was actually pretty cool because we beat them, and it's just a cool experience to play those guys. And these guys aren't going to queue up for CS2 Premier, so it's very important to know that in Premier you kind of have this skill gap where you're only going to be playing these players that don't have much experience at all, and you're really limiting yourself for improvement. Because if you're just constantly playing teams that are doing the same thing, like just smoking top, mid, or window, and you're not seeing any crazy like cat executions where maybe they're coming here to flash con and running up cat, like you're probably seeing the same things over and over again, which is why you're ranking up in Premier. But when you start to play on Faceit, your mind will open up a lot more, and you're going to see a bunch of new things. You're going to see some insane crazy gimmicks, like maybe the window flash like this, where you can jump up in the window. There's going to be so many things that you can learn from that CS2 Premier players don't offer, because again, that skill gap is just stopping you from improving. So if you haven't already been playing on Faceit, I really suggest that you round out some buddies and try to rank up there, because the skill gap is so much higher, and you're actually playing against the best of the best, especially when Europeans come over for tournaments like during IEM Dallas. Like, you're going to be playing against those guys. There's also hubs you can play on and grind on, like you can grind for FPL, or maybe you're someone who wants to play in the mythic hubs, so you don't have to worry about in-game comms and you're always having a competitive game. I think that is a really good place to start, but you should definitely stop playing CS2 Premier. Now, the other topic is that there's too many cheaters. Now, currently there is a problem on Faceit where there's a lot of cheaters on Faceit, like more than there should be, and they have recently been getting banned. But it's really important to note that CS2 Premier has so many cheaters. I think the amount of people that I see complain in my comments about cheaters is crazy, and they literally do nothing about it. And the one thing that you can do about it is literally just go play on Faceit, because Faceit has a really good anti-cheat. Even though sometimes people can cheat on Faceit, it's still a lot better than Premier, and you're also playing with people that probably have good amount of experience as well. Like, if I know that I'm getting wrecked in a Faceit pug, I don't have to sit there and think that this guy's cheating, kind of like how you guys do in a Premier mode. So it's definitely something that you guys need to really think about, because there's so many people that do complain, on Twitter and YouTube comments, whatever it is, and what you really need to do is just stop complaining and just go play on Faceit. And I know that's not what a lot of people want to do, but it's not that hard to do. All you have to do is just download their anti-cheat, and it's very simple. And then you no longer have to worry about cheaters in your game. It's just maybe once in a blue moon there might be someone, and then they eventually get banned. But when they do get banned, you actually get all your elo back. So if you did lose to them and you knew they were cheating, you do pretty much just get the free win and you get your elo back since they were cheating, which I think is a really cool feature. And that's something that I don't know if CS2 does it. I'm sure they might give a little bit elo back, because I knew they used to do that in CSGO with matchmaking ranks. But if you are someone that is really just confused about cheating, or maybe you're someone that complains about cheating, then you definitely want to move over to Faceit so you don't have to worry about that anymore. And then you'll know that you're actually playing good players and that the other person just didn't toggle. Now, if you are a casual player, I do recommend that you stick to playing competitive or Premier mode, whatever it is. But there is a lot of casuals that play on Faceit. If you guys watch my streams in the morning, I'm live every day at 10 a.m. EST. You'll know that I play with so many guys that are just casuals. There's so many times where I'm sitting in spawn, and when I run out of spawn, someone is AFK, and it's because they're on a work call. There's just a bunch of 30-year-olds working remote that love to just casually play on Faceit, even though sometimes it does bug me at some points, but I just kind of don't get mad at it, because it's something that I can't control. It's just one of the intangibles that happen inside of NA Faceit pugs, and it's something that you guys need to realize as well, that if you are a casual player and you don't want to play super competitive and know all like the pocket strats and the setups, Faceit is still for you, because it does have that high skill ceiling in the game, unlike CS2 Premier. So you don't have to worry about playing Faceit. I get a lot of people coming in my chat asking when they should start Faceit, but Faceit literally has ranks that you can, obviously just start at. I think the default level is 3 or 5 that your account starts at. It could be level 4 as well, but they literally put ranks in the game so you are adjusted to your skill level. You don't have to worry about not knowing something. But if you are someone that wants to go play on Faceit, you definitely have to be open-minded and make sure you're listening, because you can definitely learn a lot of things. The highest rank in Premier, I don't know what I would would compare it to in Faceit, but I'm sure it would be somewhere around like Faceit level 8 or 9. So if you are a high level player in Premiere, you'll definitely notice a big difference when you do start to go play Faceit. You're going to notice a lot more comms, a lot more gimmicky strats. Some games will be a little bit more puggy or scrimmy where they're just kind of running down. Like at a ramp, they might literally just run out and swing. This is pretty much called scrimming, where you're just running out and you don't really care. So you will notice a different play style, I would say, in Faceit if you are used to Premiere, just because everyone is taking it a little bit more serious than what they would in Premiere, because at the end of the day, Premiere really doesn't matter. Neither does a pug, but the chance to rank up and reach that higher skill ceiling in Faceit is definitely addicting to some people. So if you are someone that is trying to get better, I would recommend playing Faceit. And again, even if you are a casual player, Faceit definitely has a spot for you, because there's so many casual players in level 10 right now. We feel like they throw our games, but they really are trying their hardest. And as long as you're open-minded and can learn, you could easily get Faceit level 10, and then you no longer have to worry about cheaters in Premiere. So I really do recommend that you guys do load up Faceit, log in, make an account, start your journey. The cool thing about Faceit as well is you can even find a team. If you want to play competitively, you can sign up for their ESEA league, which I think is really, really cool. And then you'll start to notice and recognize a lot of the same people that you're playing with. You'll know who's good, who's bad, and you'll kind of just form this little community, because I know in Premiere, it's just a bunch of randoms just playing, and you might not know who you're playing against. But the really cool thing about Faceit is you start to get to know people, and they start to get to know you. So if you are someone that also wants to build a personal brand with like streaming or YouTube, I wouldn't necessarily go play CS2 Premiere unless it's for fun, because Faceit is a good place where you can grow and meet people, and the community is really amazing. There is some obviously weirdos that are out there. Minus the weirdos, I would say that Faceit is pretty cool just because of the community that it has. But the moral of this video is literally just stop playing CS2 Premiere, and then maybe Valve will also fix it when they notice that the player count goes down, and maybe they'll start to adapt to what Faceit is doing with their elo system and their ranking system. They might start to try to adjust it, even though Premiere can be fun, and it was fun in the beta when it first came out. But now that Faceit is back and taking over, I think it's kind of useless to play Premiere, because it's just as easy to just log on to Faceit, open up the anti-cheat and queue, as it is to just open the game and start queuing for a Premiere match. So if you guys aren't already playing Faceit, I really suggest that you start, especially if you want to get better and reach that higher skill ceiling and play against the pros and the streamers that you guys watch and look up to. And then once you start playing on Faceit, you're going to notice you're going to improve a lot as well. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you're thinking about quitting just playing Premiere and joining Faceit, I really recommend it. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.